What's up everybody, it's Sean here, and I'm here today to give you guys a review of the Stone Island collaboration with New Balance on this FuelCell RC Elite V2 in the Rain Cloud and Energy Red colorway. Today's video is brought to you by Heflux. Heflux is my all-time favorite sneaker insoles, and they sell eTPU insoles, which essentially is the same material you'll find in Adidas Boost. So if you're looking to add some additional comfort inside your shoes, be sure to check out their website, which I've linked down below in the description box. You'll see they sell a variety of different insoles, so depending on the type of insole density and the cushioning setup you're looking for, you're going to find there's a suitable pair for everyone. So I've been a paying customer of Heflux for years now, and to me, I personally find them to be extremely comfortable. So if you guys want to check them out and try a pair for yourself, be sure to use the code SEANGO at checkout and get 15% off your entire purchase. So this in my hand is the latest collaboration between Stone Island and New Balance's Tokyo Design Studio, and for those who don't know what that is, it's a joint effort between New Balance's North American and Japanese design teams, and they come up with some very innovative and off-the-wall products, kind of like Nike's equivalent of Nike Lab. So late last year, Stone Island and New Balance released their initial colorway of the silhouette, which I also reviewed on my channel, which I'll link down below in the description box. But earlier this month, on July 5th to be exact, on Stone Island's website, they dropped both this colorway along with a burgundy and lime colorway, both pairs retailing for a price of $220 US or $300 here in Canada. And the product code for this colorway is MSRCELST. So the FuelCell Elite V2 is one of New Balance's pinnacle running shoes. This is a very lightweight and very dynamic feeling sneaker, but just to give you guys a heads up, for the purpose of this review, I actually wore these only for casual use. I'm not a runner by any means. I just like technology in sneakers. So if you're looking for an actual in-depth performance review, I'm sure there's another channel on YouTube that has you covered. So first things first, here's a quick look at the box. So as you can see, this comes in a black-based cardboard box. On the top of the lid, we have the Stone Island logo. On the side here, we have Tokyo Design Studios logo. And then on the other side of the lid, we have the New Balance logo. As for the shoe itself, so diving straight into the details, the majority of the upper is covered in this very lightweight, red-colored mesh material. So as you can see, the holes within this mesh are actually quite large, which makes this shoe very, very breathable. And then 3D screen printed on top, we have this oversized New Balance logo on the right foot, and we have the Stone Island logo on the left foot. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have this jagged overlay, which looks like it's been ripped up, and this is constructed out of a gray-colored synthetic suede. And one interesting fact is that this overlay on top, this gray portion, this is actually inspired by the look of the New Balance 574, so it's kind of an interesting contrast between old school on top with new school underneath. So you can see we have more of this synthetic gray suede covering the top portion of the shoe, and the New Balance logo on the midfoot here is also ripped in half, and this is constructed out of a very soft gray-colored leather with a cream-colored layer underneath for contrast. Moving downwards, we have this visible stitching, which connects the synthetic gray suede to more of a cream-colored suede, with an additional layer of fuse, which is also done in this cream color. Moving downwards, so you can see we have more of that red-colored mesh, and surrounding the ankle collar area, this portion of the mesh is actually padded, unlike the forefoot area, which is left unpadded. And then wrapping on the bottom of the shoe, we have more of that synthetic gray-colored suede. We have this visible stitching running down the center, and the top of the heel is constructed out of a very soft gray-colored leather, which is also given that same ripped up appearance. As for the laces, so these come with these very stretchy cream colored laces, but if you're not feeling these, they also give you these gray colored laces and a red pair as well. Underneath this, the tongue is very thin, and it's constructed out of what feels like a felt-like material. It has this perforated finish across it, and we have Tokyo Design Studio branding on the right foot and Stone Island branding found on the lateral side of the left foot. As for the insoles, so these come with a very thin foam lined insole, which is done in this cream color. And stamped on the heel, we have Stone Island branding and New Balance branding found on the respective sides. So the upper of the shoe sits atop this super chunky, very thick FuelCell foam midsole. FuelCell is easily one of New Balance's most used technologies when it comes to performance sneakers, and they pack a lot of it on this shoe. So as you can see running across, we have these ribbed lines, which gives it a very flowy and aerodynamic look to it. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, overlaid on top of the FuelCell foam, we have this black colored rubber on the forefoot to give you added durability, along with these two red colored rubber pods on the heel, and in between this we have FuelCell branding in black. And in the middle we have this teardrop shaped cutout, which reveals this full-length carbon fiber shank plate, which is housed within the midsole, and the carbon fiber shank plate really helps to give the shoe more of that explosive feel, almost like the sneaker itself is propelling you forward on your runs. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about sizing, generally speaking, I feel like if you have narrow, normal, or slightly wide feet, true to size should be the way to go. So I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. In the previous colorway, I got those in a 10.5. I felt like they ran a little bit long from a length perspective, but the width was perfect. Whereas for this one, I stuck true to size with the size 10. The length of this pair was absolutely perfect, but I felt like the midfoot area, specifically right here, it felt a little bit snug. But I feel like it's not that snug that it's unbearable and painful. And I feel like over time, this will probably break in. So if you're someone that has a really high instep, then you might want to consider going up a half size or just pick another shoe that fits your feet a bit better. But otherwise, for narrow, normal, or slightly wide footers, true to size should be good. And if you have really, really wide feet, you probably want to go up a half size. Moving on to the comfort, so just to remind you once again, this is spoken strictly from a casual use perspective. And this pair has a very dynamic and very unstable feel underfoot. For running, this makes sense because you want the shoe to really push you forward and give you that energy return. But if I'm just walking around in these, it feels like my feet are wobbling all over and the foam underfoot is extremely soft and you feel very high off the ground. Is it comfortable? Yes, it is actually very, very comfortable, but it doesn't really feel that stable. And while the upper of the shoe is very locked in and you feel very secure up here, underfoot, it's a whole different story. And it almost feels like you're walking on a trampoline almost. So keep that in mind if you're someone that likes a very dynamic and very well-cushioned shoe, and you don't mind the fact that it feels a little unstable, then you guys will love these. But if you're looking for a very locked down, very stable and low to the ground but comfortable sneaker, then you probably want to look elsewhere. Finally, in terms of the overall quality and craftsmanship, so from a material quality standpoint, the majority of the upper use synthetic materials, so it's hard to really gauge the quality of those materials. But as far as the leather used on the New Balance N logo and the heel, that actually felt very soft to the touch. And in terms of the overall build, I thought this pair was pretty solid. Nothing in particular that really bugged me. Maybe the fact that this mesh, when your foot's not in it, it didn't really stay flat, but once your foot is inside the shoe, those folds completely disappear. So with all that out of the way now, let me lace these up and I'll show you guys how these look. Just like the first colorway that released last year, the two colorways that released earlier this month, it makes sense why a lot of people either love them or hate them. If you're an actual runner and you use these for performance reasons, then this is probably a great shoe to pick up. But for New Balance fans that are more into their casual or lifestyle silhouettes, this pair might be a tougher pair to pull off for that purpose. And in terms of colorways, I wasn't a fan of the burgundy and lime colorway at all. I think that color combination is just ugly. Whereas this one, I felt like it was really nice. And it kind of reminded me of the original white and red Air Max 1 for some reason. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this FuelCell RC Elite V2 from Stone Island and New Balance. What are your overall thoughts on the silhouette in general? And what are your thoughts on this specific colorway? Leave a comment down below. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and hopefully it helped you in some way, and I'll catch you guys all in my next review.